Hello students, in this video I want to explain about unit number 17, that is reproduction in plants and animals. Plants reproduce by the three different methods. First one is vegetative reproduction, second one is asexual reproduction, third one is sexual reproduction. Let us see one by one now. First, vegetative reproduction. So, in this type, new plants are formed from the vegetative cells or the somatic cells. That is, the vegetative part of the plants are root, stem, leaf and buds get detached from the parent body and grow in an independent daughter plants. It has only a mitotic division. Mitotic division means the body cells only divide, and the daughter plants are genetically similar to the parent plant. It's very important one. Vegetative reproduction may be take place through leaves, stem, root and bulbils. First, leaves. Small plants grow at the leaf nodes. Example, bryophyllum. So, this is bryophyllum. And next, stem. The aerial weak stem touch the ground and give off adventitious root and buds. The offspring become independent when the connection with the parent plant is broken. Example, strawberry. So, first பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ஸ்ட்ராபெரி பிளான்ட்லேருந்து ஒரு ஸ்டெம் வீக்கான ஸ்டெம்மு தரையில் படுது. தரையில் பட்ட பிறகு அதுலேருந்து வேர் உருவாகி ஸோ இண்டிவிஜுவல் பிளான்ட்ஸாக அது வளருது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட், ரூட். Tuberous root can be used for vegetative propagation. Example, asparagus and sweet potato. Asparagus means தண்ணீர் விட்டான் கிழங்கு, தண்ணீர் விட்டான் கொடி. அந்த பிளான்ட்டுக்கு பேர் தான் அஸ்பராகஸ்னு பேர். And next, bulbils. The flower bud are modified into globose bulb called as bulbils. When they fall on the ground, they grow into a new plants. Example, agave. Agave in Tamil கருங்கற்றாழை அப்படின்னா நீலக்கற்றாழை அப்படின்னு பேர். And next, asexual reproduction. So, what is asexual reproduction? The reproduction of an offspring by single parent without formation and fusion of gamete. So, it form without action of without formation and fusion of gamete is called asexual reproduction, and it involves the mitotic cell division, that is body cell division. The offspring produced by asexual reproduction clones of the parent. ஒரே வரியில் சொல்லணும்னா, without formation and fusion of gamete the organism will be produced is called asexual reproduction, and this also involved in mitotic cell division. So, this also similar to the parent. And next, fragmentation and fission method. First, we want to see the fragmentation. The breaking of the filament into many fragments is called fragmentation. இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்பைரோகைரா இருக்குன்னா, இந்த ஸ்பைரோகைரா இஸ் எ ஆல்கே. ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரு நியூமரஸ் பீஸாக உடையுதுன்னு வச்சுங்களேன். ஸோ ஈச் அண்ட் இண்டிவிஜுவல் பீஸ் is developed into a single organism. In the filamentous algae, such as fragment without one cell may be give to rise to a new filament of the algae by the cell division. Example, Spirogyra. And next, fission method. The parent cell divide into two daughter cells. Each cell develop into a new adult organism. Example, amoeba. Can you see the diagram? This is amoeba, and first this is binary fission method. First of all, the nucleus will be elongate and divided into two, and followed by the cytoplasm, and finally the one mature organism is divided into two daughter organisms. That is called binary fission. This is fission method of reproduction. And next, budding method of reproduction. The formation of daughter individual from the small projection of bud arising on the parent body is called budding. இப்போ ஈஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிளாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஈஸ்ட்லேருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு அவுட் க்ரோத் ஒன்று உருவாகுது. ஸோ த அவுட் க்ரோத் வில் பி டெவலப் டே பை டே அண்ட் ஃபைனலி இஸ் separated from the parent cell and lead the individual life. That is called budding method of reproduction. Yeast and hydra. And next one is regeneration type of reproduction. The ability of an individual organism give to rise a whole new organism from the lost part is called regeneration. ஸோ ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் இருக்குன்னா அந்த ஆர்கானிசத்தில் ஏதோ ஒரு பார்ட் வந்து இழந்துருச்சுன்னா ஸோ அந்த இழந்த அந்த பார்ட் வந்து புது ஆர்கானிசமாக அது வளர்ந்துடும். இட் டேக் பிளேஸ் ஸ்பெஷலைஸ்டு மாஸ் ஆஃப் த செல். எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஹைட்ரா அண்ட் பிளனேரியா. And next type is spore formation. It is the most common method of asexual reproduction in fungi and bacteria. A structure called sporangium developed from the fungal hypha. The nucleus divides several times with the sporangium. Each nucleus with the small amount of cytoplasm develop into a spore. The spores are liberated and they develop into a new hypha after reaching the ground and substratum. And next, sexual reproduction. So the sexual reproduction, it involves the fusion of two gametes, that is male and female gamete, and the gamete offerings of their own kind is called sexual reproduction. The process of fusion of two gametes, two offerings of their own kind is called sexual reproduction. And this is male part of the flower, anther. This is the female part of the flower, stigma. So transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma is called pollination. After pollination, the embryo will be developed and the embryo is developed into fruits and seeds, and the seeds it lead the individual organisms. And next, parts of the typical flower. A flower is a modified shoot with limited growth to carry out the sexual reproduction. A flower is consist of 4 whorls. Whorls na அடுக்குகள், 4 அடுக்குகள் இருக்கும். Bonds on a thalamus. Thalamus means பூத்தளம். அந்த பூத்தளத்தில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 4 whorls இருக்கும். These whorls are formed outside. That is, first one is calyx and second one is corolla, third one is androsium, fourth one is gynosium. And the calyx consists of sepal, corolla consists of petal, androsium consists of stamen, and gynosium is consists of carpels. And this is the flower. That is bisexual flower. Bisexual flower means the same flower, it has male reproductive part and female reproductive part. And the totally 4 whorls are present in the flower. The first 2 whorls, calyx and corolla, are non-essential whorls, and the next 2 whorls, androsium and gynosiums, are that is essential whorls of the flower. And the calyx and corolla are called non-essential or accessory whorls. They do not directly take place in the reproduction. Direct reproduction la ஈடுபடாது. And androsium and gynosium are as the essential whorls that both are take part in the reproductions. The androsium and gynosium is generally that take part in the reproduction, that is directly involved in the reproduction. And androsium is the male part of the flower. It is composed of stamen, and each stamen is consist of filament, that is a stack, and anther, a small bag-like structure at the tip of the stamen, and The pollen grains are produced in the anther within the pollen sac. இது ஆண்ட்ரோசியம்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஆண்ட்ரோசியத்தில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2 பார்ட் இருக்குது. இது வந்து ஆந்தர்னு சொல்கிறோம். இந்த பார்ட் வந்து ஃப்ளமெண்ட்னு சொல்கிறோம். இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் சேர்த்து ஸ்டெமன்னு சொல்கிறோம். இந்த ஆந்தருக்குள்ளே தான் இன்சைட் ஆஃப் த ஆந்தர் இட் ஹாஸ் போலன் கிரைன்ஸ். போலன் சாக் இருக்கும். அந்த போலன் சாக்குக்குள்ளே போலன் கிரைன்ஸ் வில் பி ஃபில்டு. Next, pollen grains. The pollen grains are usually spherical in shape with 2 layered walls. So இதில் 2 லேயர் இருக்கும். அவுட்டரில் ஒரு லேயர், இன்னரில் ஒரு லேயர் இருக்கும். And the outer layer is called exine. It's a hard outer layer is known as exine. And it has a permanent apater. பெர்மனண்ட்டான ஒரு துளை இருக்கும், அப்பாட்டர் இருக்கும். So that is called as germ pore. And the intine is the inner layer. And it is a thin and continuous layer is made up of cellulose and pectine. The mature pollen grains is consist of 2 cells. One is vegetative cells, another one is generative cells. So vegetative cells contain a large nucleus and the generative cells is divide mitotically and to form 2 male gametes. So generative cells is divide mitotically and form 2 male gametes. And gynosium is the female reproductive part of the flower. Gynosium is the female part of the flower and it is made up of carpels and it has 3 parts: ovary, style and stigma. This is stigma, this is style and this is ovary. And the ovary contains ovules. Ovary குள்ள பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ovules இருக்கும். And this is the structure of ovule. And nucleus, the main part of the ovule is nucellus. The main part of the ovule is nucellus. It is enclosed by 2 integuments, that is nucellus, and it is enclosed by the 2 integuments. And leaving an opening is called as microphyll. This opening is called as microphyll. And funiculus means a stalk which attached to the ovule to the ovary wall. This is funiculus. And chalaza means chalaza, basal part of the ovule. This is the chalaza, basal part of the ovule. And embryo sac, it has contains 7 cells with 8 nucleus located in the nucellus. And egg apparatus means this 3 cells are on the microfillar end and one is the egg cell, that is female gamete, and the other remaining 2 cells are syngrids. And antipodal cells mean 3 cells are in the chalaza end, that is polar nucleus. Remaining 2 nuclei is found in the center is called as polar nuclei. Next, process. The process of sexual reproductions in flowering plants, it involves 2 processes, namely first process is pollination, second process is fertilization. First, pollination. The pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. And the importance of pollination is result in the fertilization which lead into the formation of fruits and seeds. The new varieties of plants are formed through a new combination of gene in case of cross pollination. Cross pollination la new combination of genes ala new plants, new variety of plants will be formed. And type of pollination la first one is self pollination and cross pollination. Second one is cross pollination. First, self pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the flower, that is same flower or another flower born on the same plant. So ரெண்டுமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரே பிளான்ட்ஸ்லேருந்து போயிருக்கணும், அதுதான் செல்ஃப் பாலினேஷன். So once again I am reading the sentence. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of same flower or another flower born on the same plant. So example, hibiscus. And next, advantages and disadvantages of self pollination. First we can see the advantages. Self pollination is possible in certain bisexual flower. Bisexual flower means male and female part are present in one flower. ஒரே ஃப்ளவரில் மேல் பார்ட்டும் இருக்கும், ஃபீமேல் ரிப்ரொடக்டிவ் பார்ட்டும் இருக்கும். And next, flowers do not depend upon the agent for the pollinations. So this kind of pollination, it does not need the agent such as insect, birds, animals, wind, water. இதை நீட் பண்ணி இருக்காது. And there is no wastage of pollen grains. These are the advantages of self pollination. And what are the disadvantages? That is, less number of seeds are produced and minute endosperm will be minute. Therefore the seed produce the weak plants. New variety of plant cannot be produced in this type. And next one is cross pollination. The transfer of pollen from the anther of the flower to the stigma of a flower on another plant of the same species. இப்போ இங்கே ஒரு பிளான்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது, இங்கே ஒரு கத்திரிக்காய் செடி இருக்குதுன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், இங்கே ஒரு கத்திரிக்காய் செடி இருக்குது. ஸோ இதில் இருக்கிற போலன் கிரைன்ஸ் இங்கே போச்சுன்னா இது கிராஸ் பாலினேஷன். ஆனால் இதுவும் பிரிஞ்சால் பிளான்ட்ஸாக இருக்கணும், இதுவும் ஒரு பிரிஞ்சால் பிளான்ட்ஸாக தான் இருக்கணும். ஸோ இதை தான் நம்ம கிராஸ் பாலினேஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். And example, apple, grapes, plum, etc. And advantages, the cross pollination leads to the production of new varieties and more viable seeds are produced. And disadvantages, the pollen grain may be fall due to the distance barrier, more wastage of pollen grains, it may be introduced some unwanted characters, and flowers depend upon the external agent of the pollination. So it need external agent. And next topic is agent of pollination. First agent is wind. The pollination with the help of wind is called anemophily. It's important, one more question. The anemophilous flowers produce the enormous amount of pollen grains. The pollen grains are small, smooth, dry and lightweight. The pollen such as plants are blown off a distance more than 1000 kilometers. The stigmas are comparatively large and protruding and hairy to trap the pollen grains. Example, grasses and some cacti. Cacti means kalli chedi, chapati kalli nu solran illaya, adu and chedi. And next, insect. Next agent is insect. The pollination by insect like honeybees, flies are called entomophily. And these flowers are colored, have smell and nectar to attract the insect. So it has a brightly colored flowers agno, and the corals adanal da attract pannom. Then it has good smell and more nectars. The pollen grains are larger in size. The exine is pitted and spiny. And the first pollen grains la pathina and exine eppadi irukum appadina குழிகள் உடையதாகவும் முட்கள் உடையதாகவும் இருக்கும். And it firmly address on the strictly stigma. And 80% of the pollen grains done by the insect is carried by honeybee. So 80% of the pollen grains பார்த்தீங்கன்னா honeybees-ஆல தான் transfer ஆகுது. And next agent is water. The pollination with the help of water is called hydrophily. It takes place in aquatic plants. Pollen grains are produced in large number. They float on the surface of water till they land on the stigma of female flowers. Example, hydrilla and vallisneria. And next, pollination by animals. The pollination with the help of animals is called zoophily. The flowers of such as plant attract the animals by the bright color, size and scent, etc. Example, sunbirds pollinate flowers of canna and gladioli, etc. The squirrels pollinate flowers of silk cotton tree. And next an important topic is fertilization in plants. That process. The pollen grains reach to the right stigma. Pollen grains on the stigma reach ஆகுது. It form a small tube like structure is called pollen tube. அங்கிருந்து pollen tube அது வளர வைக்கும். It emerges through the germ spore and it contains the pollen grains move into the tube. The pollen tube grow to the tissue of the stigma, style and reach to the ovule through the micropyle. இது வழியா அப்படியே micropyle reach ஆகும். இது அந்த anther. Antherல இருக்கிற pollen grains. And next, vegetative cell degenerate and the generative cells divide to form a two sperm, that is two male gamete. The tip of pollen tube burst and the two sperms entered into the embryo sac. The one of the sperm is fused with the egg, that is syngamy, and the other is fused with secondary nucleus. This fusion is called triple fusion, and to form the primary endosperm nucleus, which is triploid in nature. And as the two type of fusion, that is syngamy and triple fusion, take place in an embryo sac, in this process is termed as double fertilization. After triple fusion, the primary endosperm nucleus develop into an endosperm which provide the food to the developing embryo. The syncytial and antipodal cells degenerates. Next, significance of fertilization. It stimulates the ovary to develop into the fruit and it helps in development of new characteristic from two different individual. And last topic is fourth fertilization changes. The ovule develop into seed. The integument of the ovule develop into seed coat and the ovary enlarge and develop into fruits. The seeds contain the fruit plants or embryo which develop into a seedling under the appropriate conditions. Thank you very much.